Welcome along, fellow time travelers and fans of the Dakota. This time around, we're going to embark on a journey to solve a history mystery that has puzzled many. I need your help to figure out if there is a connection between the Dakota and the Statue of Liberty. As you know, stories about the Dakota are as rich and varied as the building itself. But could it possibly share a link with one of the most recognizable symbols of freedom in the world? Let's delve into this intriguing question and see if we can uncover the truth. The Dakota was commissioned by Edward C. Clark, a name familiar to those who know the history of the Singer Sewing Machine Company. Mr. Clark was originally the lawyer for Isaac Merritt Singer, the manufacturer of the Singer sewing machine, but his role evolved from legal advisor to business partner as Singer's company grew. The partnership was born out of necessity. You see, Mr. Singer was embroiled in numerous legal battles over the patents for sewing machine components, and the legal fees were mounting. Mr. Clark's business acumen and legal expertise proved invaluable, and eventually he became a key figure in the company. Mr. Clark and Mr. Singer were an unlikely duo. While Isaac Singer was known for his flamboyant personality and clothing and multiple marriages, Mr. Clark was more reserved and business-minded. Despite their differences, they built a successful enterprise together, with Mr. Clark eventually becoming wealthy enough to fund the construction of the Dakota, which was built between 1880 and 1884. The entrance to the Dakota is a masterpiece of design, with a broad and rounded archway supported by sturdy columns and adorned with intricate stone carvings. Most notably, the entrance features two engraved relief sculptures, one of Isaac Singer and the other of his last wife, Isabella Boyer. These sculptures serve as a tribute to Mr. Clark's former business partner who helped him acquire such incredible wealth. Isabella Boyer, the last wife of Isaac Singer, was a woman of grace, beauty, and influence. She outlived her husband, who passed away in 1875 in England, and continued to represent his interests until her death in 1904 in Paris, France. Isabella's likeness at the Dakota's entrance suggests a personal connection between her and Edward C. Clark, possibly indicating admiration and respect. But is there more to this story? Could Isabella Boyer be connected to the Statue of Liberty? Let's explore the possibility. After Isaac Singer's reputation began to suffer in the United States due to his numerous personal scandals, Edward C. Clark advised him to distance himself from the country to protect the Singer Sewing Machine Company's image. Following this advice, Singer moved to Europe in 1863, settling first in France with Isabella and their children. During this period, Isabella is said to have met Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, the sculptor who would later design the Statue of Liberty. Bartholdi began designing the Statue of Liberty in the early 1870s, a few years after Isaac Singer's death. The statue was constructed in Paris, where Bartholdi worked with engineers like Gustave Eiffel to create the monument in sections. If we consider the Statue of Liberty as a portrayal of a real woman, she would likely be depicted as being in her 30s, an age associated with a balance of youthful vigor and mature wisdom. The statue's face exudes strength and grace, with a calm and dignified expression. Her straight nose, high cheekbones, and classical profile reflect the neoclassical ideals of beauty and strength. At the time that he was designing the statue, Isabella Boyer was in her 30s. Bartholdi's mother was in her 70s, and Bartholdi was in his 40s. And so the question arises, did Bartholdi use Isabella Boyer or his mom as a model for the Statue of Liberty? To try to figure this out, let's compare the features of the Statue of Liberty with those of Isabella Boyer. Historical images of Isabella reveal a woman with a classical profile, straight and well-proportioned features, and an expression of calm composure. Her nose, like that of the Statue of Liberty, was straight and prominent, a feature that stands out in both depictions. Isabella's hair, often styled in soft waves or pulled back in a classical manner, also bears a resemblance to the statue's flowing hair. The similarities are striking, but is it enough to confirm that Isabella Boyer was the model for the Statue of Liberty? After all, there is that other theory to consider, that the Statue of Liberty was modeled after Bartholdi's mother. Once again, at the time Bartholdi began designing the statue, his mother was in her 70s. We don't have an image of what she looked like in her 70s or her 30s, but the idea that a son would choose his mother as the model for such an iconic symbol has intrigued historians for years. However, when we compare the known features of Isabella Boyer to the Statue of Liberty, the similarities seem too numerous to ignore. Moreover, considering the social and professional connections between Isabella and Bartholdi, it seems plausible that she could have served as an inspiration, if not a direct model, for the statue. And the resemblance doesn't stop with Isabella. When we look at images of Isabella Boyer's children, we see features that align closely with those of the Statue of Liberty. Her daughters, Isabella Blanche and Winnaretta, both exhibit strong jawlines, symmetrical facial structures, and dignified expressions, traits that are mirrored in the statue's design. Isabella Blanche, born in 1869, had a serene and composed expression similar to the Statue of Liberty. Her straight nose and large, deep-set eyes further align with the statue's features. Winnaretta, who lived to the age of 73, also displayed classical beauty with a strong jawline and a calm, introspective gaze. The family resemblance is clear, and it lends weight to the theory that Isabella Boyer influenced Bartholdi's design. So, what do you think? Given the evidence, it seems likely that Isabella Boyer was indeed the model for the Statue of Liberty, or at least a significant influence on its design. The classical features, the personal connection between Boyer and Bartholdi, and the striking resemblance between Isabella and the statue all point to this conclusion. While we may never have definitive proof, the connection between the Dakota, the Singer family, and the Statue of Liberty is a fascinating chapter in the history of these iconic figures and historic landmarks. Whether or not Isabella Boyer was the inspiration for Lady Liberty, her legacy is forever entwined with the history of the Dakota and the enduring symbol of freedom that stands in New York Harbor. The truth may remain elusive, but the journey to uncover it is as captivating as the story itself. So, what's your take on this history mystery? Was Isabella Singer or his mom the model for the Statue of Liberty? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell because there will be more shows like this one, and I hope you check those out too. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. This channel is sponsored by CampfireShop.com, where you could order my exclusive candles, herbal supplements, teas, and more. I'd also appreciate it if you could become a member of this channel and or join me on Patreon, where you can watch exclusive videos of cool places that I've been to. You could also leave a super thanks in the comments below. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow Earthlings and please do not harm them. And please do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.